Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my little fitness, wellness, health, nutrition series. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. I know some of you might be watching later. This is live, so I will give everyone a few minutes to tune in. But if you're watching later, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I'm really excited to share tonight's topic. I hope you guys get a lot out of it. So, like I said, give me like 2-3 minutes, let everyone tune in, and then we'll get started, okay? Thanks, guys. Hey, Shauna. Shauna, can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Thumbs down if you can. Connected, I hope. Let me just put the water here. Hi, Shauna. Cool. So I will write down your question and keep it in mind and in my pocket for next week. Hi, Angela. Thanks for popping in. Even if it's just for a few seconds. I appreciate it. Hi, babe. Audrey's in the kitchen. She can see me. Basho. Alright. Angela, I know you haven't... I don't know if you've seen any of these like live, but I usually give everyone a few minutes to kind of tune in. So I usually start about 5 after 7:30. Yeah, if you want to settle in, if you're gonna watch the whole thing, cool. I realize my channel ended up becoming educational, and I'm just gonna run with it. So hope you guys learn as much as you can. I enjoy it very much. I can hear myself in the other room. It's weird. Alright, noise canceling. At the district. Can I pin that? Oh, it's not pinning. Oh. Alright, you guys, give me one more minute before I get started here. Trying to figure out. Oh, there you go. Did I spell that right? District? Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So just to kind of go over a little bit of the format here, I decided to change it up just a little bit, just because I'm really liking this process of once a week going over certain topics, certain ideas, and certain concerns and questions that I still get, and I try to get to when I can. So I'll be trying to cover one topic per episode, or like one umbrella topic. Maybe there's subtopics and stuff like that, but that way it'll give me more time to focus on it, so we can get so you guys can get the most out of it. That way, there's more focus on one thing versus kind of being all over the place and maybe not getting the full value of it. Okay, so tonight I'm gonna cover a pretty common topic these days, especially in the last few years. It's been gaining traction as far as, I don't want to say popularity, but recognition on the health benefits as well as the environmental benefits of a plant-based diet. So today, title will be Vegans, Plant Protein, and Muscle Gains. Obviously, that is a big question for plant-based eaters or anyone who's curious about going plant-based, because we don't want to lose our muscle mass, and that's a big question. That's also a big thing you have to focus on when you do go plant-based. Okay, so that's what today we'll cover, so that you can feel comfortable if you did want to switch your diet or maybe make it a majority of your diet. All right, So, when it comes to a plant-based diet, the first thing you want to understand is that variety is going to be key. You don't want to get bored with your protein supplements, with your protein foods. So you have to get the right mix of it, but you also have to make sure that you're getting the right mix of amino acids, which are your building blocks for your muscles. Amino acids are proteins, simply put. So you have to make sure that you have a good mix of them in your vegan diet, so that you get the most out of your nutrition. Okay, and it can be tricky because many of the plant-based foods that are available don't have the full array of the essential amino acids that you need. The two main ones being methionine and lysine. Those are basically the building blocks for muscle growth. So if you're looking to gain muscle and looking to maintain your muscle, you need foods with methionine and lysine. Simple enough, beans. Beans have lysine, whole grains have the methionine, all right? So when we talk about nutrition and adding foods to your diet, beans are great sources of protein. We always talk about. They're also great sources of carbohydrate. They also have minerals, vitamins, you know, supplements that you need in your life that you're probably not getting. So when you go plant-based, a lot of options are beans. You get your full array of beans. Lentils, beans, red beans, garbanzo beans, white beans, kidney beans. Then your lentils, you got like 5 different colors of lentils, right? They all have different flavor profiles. So there's many different options when it comes to adding protein to your diet without having animal protein, okay? Another good protein-rich plant food is tofu, tempeh, edamame, the soy. I'll get into soy down later. We're gonna talk about, I know there's a lot of people asking about soy and its side effects, so we'll get into that. But so tempeh is soy-based as well, I believe. Yes. And edamame, obviously the soybeans, those are also great to snack on. So if you're wondering, you know, what can I eat during the day, or what can I put in my food that also has a lot of protein, edamames, okay? Now if you're a vegetarian, you have the option of other protein-rich foods such as eggs and egg whites. Those are really good sources of protein, also good little healthy fat. And then your cottage cheeses and Greek yogurts, you know, those cultured dairy products, that if you're a vegetarian and still consume them, great, that's fine. Those are also good sources of protein. If you're not gonna be consuming dairy, then you do have options now with like almond milk yogurt, cashew, stuff like that. They're making much more options available, so you can look into those as well. Okay, if you're pescatarian, and you're still, the only animal product you're consuming is fish, then you're gonna want high fat fish, salmon, tuna, halibut's really good. Those are good fish that you can have at home. Once or twice a week is good. You get a lot of protein with it. You get the good omegas. You get good fats with it. Okay, and then shellfish as well. Lobsters, scallops. Those are like calorie dense and protein rich. So you get more bang for your buck versus just, you know, chicken or steak. All right, and then there are other protein sources that are available that people do enjoy, like black bean burgers. Seitan, which is another plant-based protein. It's a little difficult to cook with, but if you know what you're doing, it's actually pretty good. And then protein powders. So all 3 of those, the veggie burgers, black bean burgers, the seitan, and the protein powders, I would recommend consuming those in moderation. Okay, so if you are gonna add those protein sources, make sure they're in moderation so that you don't over-consume processed food. Okay, that's basically what that is at that point. All right. Now, second point, many of you will probably not believe me. Audrey is gonna love this, but you don't need animal protein to see muscle gains in your body. It's not an absolute requirement to have it. All right, so if you're vegan, vegetarian, you don't normally consume animal foods or don't at all, then you can definitely eat enough protein and overall calories to gain muscle. All that takes, though, okay, I don't want to say all that takes. What it really takes, though, is planning, attention, effort, intention when you're planning your meals. It's a sacrifice, all right? But if you're gonna cut out animal protein, then you definitely have to make sure that you are planning your meals ahead of time so that you are consuming enough protein throughout the day. All right. Next one, supplements are gonna be your best friend. All right. If you're looking for or suggestions on supplements, you can message me directly. There's a whole array of like a list that we can go through that I can research for you. I can't get into it right now. It's just gonna take too long. But supplements can be helpful. Okay, so if you're on a fully plant-based diet, like I just said previously, it's gonna be necessary to increase your protein. So you're gonna probably have to double your protein intake. All right, in order to increase your muscle or just maintain your muscle mass, whatever you already have. Excuse me, sorry. If you're eating only whole foods like fruits and vegetables or beans and whole grains and things like that, it might be pretty difficult to accomplish eating double the protein with just that. Okay, excuse me one second. So if you're eating just whole foods for your protein sources, you may end up consuming more calories than are necessary, so it's kind of counterintuitive. And you'll also find what's called anti-nutritional factors. If you consume too much plant-based food, there are chemicals in there and compounds that could interfere with the protein absorption. Okay, so supplements are good at this point because then you can avoid the interference, right? You're not over consuming plant-based food so that chemical interference doesn't happen. All right, and that's why we say it's in moderation though. So you can add, peanut butters are good instead of protein powders, like peanut butter, almond butter. They have protein if you want to put it in a shake or something, or a fruit bowl. It's really smart to do that versus always having like a scoop of protein powder. There's nothing wrong with it. I would just limit it to like once or one scoop a day, maybe two if you're really burning those calories. All right. Now, if you're looking for good plant-based proteins, as far as what kinds of plant-based, a rice or like pea protein blend is really good, like a blend of it, like a 70-30 mix, 70 rice, 30 soy. So, or soy protein. Those are recommended. Those two types of blends. They have your essential amino acids, and they're easily digestible. Soy is it's more a complete protein, so it has more of what you need. Which brings me to our next point. What about soy? I've heard it can be bad for you. I've heard it gives you moobs or men boobs, or it can. I think that's all I really hear. Or women retain water, right? We all hear those things. So, obviously, there's been research over the years to refute that. Okay. There's plenty of research to show soy foods and isoflavone, which is a bioactive compound in soy. Isoflavone supplements, they can be taken as long as it's in recommended amounts. You're obviously not going to over supplement. If they tell you to take 2 servings, take 2 servings. Don't take 4, right? If you're taking the recommended amount of servings of soy, nothing's going to happen, right? There's no effect on testosterone levels in men, and it hasn't been found to increase the risk of breast cancer in women. Okay, but still, brings me back to our common thread when it comes to your meal planning is moderation, right? We don't want to overconsume one product and not consume products somewhere else. So moderation is key. And then also when it comes to supplements, the quality of your protein and how digestible it is going to be very important. All right. There's a scale that is used to find the bioavailability, which is how available it is in the actual food that your body can consume it. So the higher the score, the higher quality the protein. 1.0 is actually the highest rating. So If you have whey, milk, and egg protein, which is our animal-based proteins, they're all above the 1.0 mark. They have the most protein available in them. We all know that. That's just common knowledge, right? So if you're cutting out those types of proteins, yes, you can use soy, rice, pea, hemp. Those are all between zero point 0.6 and 0.99, so they're well below that 1.0. But like we said earlier, we double it, right? Yes, animal proteins tend to score higher than plant proteins, but it doesn't mean that they don't have value to you. So you can always get a variety of protein sources throughout the day. Just make sure you're, again, planning your meals ahead of time. So if you're gonna do this plant-based diet, I don't want to say diet, if you're gonna change to a plant-based lifestyle and really go for it, then plan ahead. Make sure you do your research on the types of proteins that you're going to be supplementing with. If you need my help, I'm here as a resource. You guys can message me. We can figure something out as far as just, giving you ideas on proteins that I have. Just DM me. But there's definitely a lot of options for you, okay? So this is what this, like I said, you're just going to have to, plan ahead. And this is all about increasing your muscle. Like if you want to increase like leg mass, if you want to increase up top, your chest, back, your butt, whatever. If you want to increase your muscle mass, this is what this is about. This is when you're doubling that protein. You're finding varieties and you're giving your body different options and not just sticking with like protein powders because that's what's available. All right. There's a lot of whole food nutrition that you can use. And remember, your intake should be based on yours and your goals only. All right. So whatever someone else is doing, that doesn't mean that you should do the exact same thing. All right. Not everyone's gonna follow the same plan. Not everyone's body is gonna react to certain foods the same. All right. So I'm gonna finish up here. This didn't take too long. Good. 20 minutes here. 15-20 minutes. So just a couple points here. I hope you got good enough information with that. I'll try to start posting more throughout the week as far as just information. So yeah, first off, like I said, a couple things here just to kind of wrap it up. If you need help with your nutrition, please message me. We can discuss what I can help you with, how I can help you, if I can help you. And if you have any questions or just anything like that. Second, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in live. It's really fun. I get to interact with you guys. If you watch it later, I hope you get the information that you're looking for, or maybe something that you weren't even looking for and now you know. Okay? I always appreciate your interactions. I appreciate your feedback as well. Thirdly, if you guys can please, I hate doing this, but this is I have to. Share the videos with your friends and family. Share it on your story. The more people that I can get this information to, the more people I can help, the happier it's gonna make me feel. The better it's gonna make me feel about what I'm doing. I already feel good about what I'm doing, but helping them as many people as I can with the most honest information that I can present is my one and only goal. All right. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to talk about in these videos, like I said at the beginning, please send me a message, text me, email me. You can always reach me. I'm available for simple questions, or if you have something that you want me to talk about for 20 minutes on video, I'll do that as well. Okay. Last 2 points. I want you guys to enjoy your week. All right, it's Monday. I like doing these on Monday because I like to start the week off with some good information. So enjoy your week. Please go be the best version of yourself every single day. And I will see you guys next week. Love you all. Bye.